Um, Welcome to our class for today. In today's class, I'm going to be generally treating all there is to graphing or the basics you will need to know about graphing. As we all know, in most analysis work, you'll be required to plot relevant graphs that are relevant to the research or analysis or whatever you're doing. So let's quickly head straight into that. So to get started with the graphing, let's try to be intuitive now. Let's say you open your SPSS and you don't know where to go, how to go about graphing. Will it be file menu, edit menu, view menu, data menu, all this menu? Already seeing graph here, I was already popping the idea that anything that has to do with graph will be here. Now I need to mention this, that there are about 3 ways of plotting graphs in Excel, in SPSS, and the other ways, like if you're doing other analysis, they might show you, do you want the graph? If you just check it, the graph will come up. But there are basically about 3 ways. But as you all know, I'm going to be showing you the easiest and the most efficient way of plotting your graphs. At least what I use to plot my own graph that have been efficient for me over the years. So what's that? So I'm talking about the chart builder method. So let's use this. If I click here, it's going to ask you to define your properties. Remember, we have defined our properties. This was the same data set we have been using all throughout this SPSS course. So remember, we have defined our properties already. So just click OK, and we have this. Okay, let me take this out. Now, if you open your SPSS chart builder, you're going to see this is going to pop up. The first thing you're going to pick is you're going to pick the type of graph you want. What's the type of graph? Do you want a bar chart, a line chart? Then look at the types of line chart: an area plot, a pie chart, a scatter plot, a histogram, box plot. Remember this box plot, right? And all those stuff. But let's say you want to draw a pie chart. Let's start with something easy. Let's start with something trivial. Pie chart. You drag this pie chart and put it here. Once you put your pie chart here, the next thing is, what do you want to find in our pie chart? Let's look at our data set and look for what to plot. Let's say we want to find the smoking. Is that okay? Remember, we have 3 categories of smokers. So let's just pick that and see what it will give us. So I'm going to drag this smoking and I'm going to put it here. So now here it's giving us count. That means how many, what are the numbers of smokers, which is exactly what we want. We can change that to percentage, or we can change that to sum, but I think count should be okay. Then what do? We come and click OK. Now it's going to bring out our chart for us in the output viewer. So from here, automatically we know that there are more known smokers, we have past smokers, and we have current smokers. Is this not cool? Yes, it is. I believe that is your response over there, even though I can't hear you. All right, so let's think of another graph that we can plot together. Let's say we want to find out, okay, this just came into my mind. Let's say we want to check the weight of athletes and non-athletes. Let's plot the graph to work. Generally, we believe that athletes should be lighter than non-athletes, right? Although I used to see some athletes, these Chinese athletes, they used to be very fat, this to do wrestling. But let's assume that generally, as an athlete, you're slimmer than a non-athlete. So let's confirm that just using plots. We're not checking if it's significant or not. So I just playing around with it. So we're gonna put this here, take this back. So what we're going to do now is let's use a bar chart. I'm take a bar chart here. Okay, let's pick this one. Now, what we're going to put as our x-axis is going to be our categories, right? So remember, athlete has 2 categories, athlete and non-athlete. So I'm going to push this downward. Then it's here, it's counting it. No, we don't want to count. We want to use weight here. So I'm going to push the weight here. And it's using the mean of the weight, which is what we are looking for. And am I seeing well? Athletes are fatter than non-athletes. Dey serious. No be juju be that. Let's confirm if what I'm seeing is correct. Alright. Wow. Okay. Non-athletes are actually fatter than athletes. Now, you might want to edit this graph. Let me just share some things with us. Imagine you want to edit this graph. All you need to do is to double click this and the chart editor. Remember when we were treating Windows, I mentioned chart editor as one of the editors we have, Windows we have in Excel, in SPSS. Don't mind me, I like Excel so much. So what we can do here is that we can put our data to be shown here so that we know what exactly they are. I'm just trying to be I'm trying to be data values. Okay, so we are saying that non-athlete, their weight is 186 and athlete is 170. We could still play around with this. Is that okay? If you check, you can see so many things you can do. You can turn it to this way if you want it this way. You can reduce the size. Personally, I don't know why SPSS made their default is to be very fast. So personally, I like reducing the size and all that. Anything you want to do, you can put a chart title here. Is that okay? You can put a chart title. That is it here. Annotations and all that. In case you still want to put something for people to know, you can just put me in there and all that. So just basically play around with this. Let me leave it the way it was. Basically play around with this and you will see that you have something like this. You can play around. You see this text box was because I clicked title and I didn't put anything there. So from here we can see that non-athletes are heavier or fatter. I hope they're synonymous than athletes. So what other thing can we plot here? What can we plot? So that is basically what there is to this thing. Let me still take time to explain. I'm trying to look for something that will help me explore other options. But irrespective, just know that this is our chart area, this is our preview area, this is our variables, this is the chart you want to plot, the kind of chart here. We have basic elements and some of all those things that you can tweak, whether title, footnote, and all that. But this is the chart you want to choose from. Every chart you want to choose from, depending if you're choosing a scale variable, it depends on whether you want the mean, median, mode, sum, and all that. Now, another thing I want you to know is that the chart appearance, the color, and options. So just take your time and play around it. The basic thing is for you to understand what I just explained now. As far as you get the rest of the things are just little tweaks that you can pick by yourself. But this is one of the most efficient ways of plotting your graphs in SPSS. Let's say we drag this box plot now. So this one is automatically changing to I've changed automatically to a box plot. So that is it about plotting with SPSS.